All right. Welcome to episode 4 of what is now the Utopia Now podcast. Yes, you heard that right. We're rebranding. And I'd like to walk you through my thinking on this change. When I set out to create this podcast, my driving motivation was a desire to explore ideas that could improve the human condition. This passion first led me to co-found the Center for Election Science years ago, focusing on electoral reform. From there, my interest expanded into economics and broader questions of human flourishing. Let me first explain the evolution of how I've thought about naming the economic framework I've been developing. This framework represents a synthesis of seemingly contradictory ideas: efficient markets and a robust welfare state. It's similar to what was discussed in the blogosphere through the cheekily named neoliberal project, which attempted to resurrect the original conception of neoliberalism from the Walter Lippmann colloquium, a vision much closer to today's Nordic model than to the conservative laissez-faire interpretation that unfortunately came to dominate the term neoliberal during the Thatcher-Reagan era of the 1980s. Initially, I called this economic framework market equitism, aiming to balance efficient markets and equity through redistribution. While free markets is a common term, it's not quite precise. What we really want are efficient markets, with good regulation correcting for things like pollution and monopolies, while avoiding distortionary interventions. I briefly experimented with calling it free equitism to encompass broader freedoms, but ultimately realized that for an economic framework, the more precise market equitism better captures the core conception. But here's the key realization that led to rebranding the podcast. While this economic framework is crucial, it's just one piece of a larger vision for human progress. The podcast aims to explore many paths toward improving the human condition: electoral reform through methods like approval voting and star voting, emerging biotechnology that could revolutionize human welfare, artificial intelligence, and beyond. These diverse approaches all serve the same ultimate goal: creating a better world for humanity. That's why Utopia Now feels like the perfect name for this broader mission. I was partly inspired by Steven Pinker's Enlightenment Now, a book that represents an optimistic yet clear-eyed vision of human progress. Yes, we face serious challenges like climate change and authoritarian movements, but by many metrics, things are improving, and we have tremendous opportunities to accelerate that progress. The now in our new name is deliberately provocative. While we won't achieve utopia overnight, the urgency captures our ambitious vision and determination to make real progress. I'm excited about where we're headed. In our last episode, I interviewed economist Max Guinness, whose innovative work has been deeply influential in my thinking. Coming up next, I'll be exploring ethics through the lens of Darwinian natural selection, drawing on thinkers like Richard Dawkins, Alex O'Connor, and Sam Harris to develop a unified framework for understanding moral behavior. As always, I welcome your thoughts on potential guests who could contribute to our exploration of building a better world. Until next time, I'm Clay Shentrup, and thank you for joining me on Utopia Now.